Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Shenanigans. You've cleared the muck. Tursum is conscious, but he's going to have a hard day ahead of him.
Oh no, he's on 1/3 of his hit points.
Oh no.
Just don't do 11 damage to him.
Here we are.
Just chuck him at the enemy.
Wow.
We built an extra large sling and tossed him as a bullet.
So here you are in the swamp. Where are you going to go now? Just, what are you going to do?
Towards the mountain,
Towards the mountain? All right.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess so.
Continue your sludge.
That gave me an idea. Get a fairy character, put them in a sling, and then fling them at the enemy.
That will not do much damage because fairies are not really heavy.
No, I know. But they have like a sword, and it's just like, ah!
I'm attacking you with a toothpick.
Exactly.
They just have a tiny rapier, and they just like dive forward at them.
It's like a mosquito splashing against them.
They angle their wings so they just start twirling, and it just drills into the person.
Fairy rifling. Nice.
Yeah.
There we go.
You could use a blowgun.
You lose all your memorized spell, right, when you go unconscious? Like
I think so, yeah.
like wizard and cleric spells?
Yeah.
Both? Okay. Damn it.
Yeah.
Get wrecked.
No, you can't detect a dark side again just to show, oh, it's still him.
What other spells did you have?
Detect dark side.
Anything that would help us against some glowing light?
Not really.
Detect
no.
dark side.
All
Well,
right.
detect dark side is definitely one of the spells for sure.
You guys continue to push into the swamp. A few hours have passed. Tursum, how are you being carried?
Oh, that's a good question.
Well, don't ask me, ask the others.
Party, everyone but Tursum, how are you transporting Tursum?
I think we're all playing hot potato with Tursum. It's just like,
If they
it
throw
started off just like fun, whatever. I'm carrying Tursum, and then he just starts talking. I'm like, oh my god,
you
shut
take
up!
him.
Hand him off.
Okay, if they kind of
Hand him
toss
off
him
to
to
Kane. Kane gets tired of him, hands him off to Kyla. Kyla's like, you don't put that on me. Hands it off to freaking Quincy.
I tell you, the moment you kind of hand him over to Kane, expect him to grab him, you let go of him, he just falls to the ground because Kane just walks, so keeps walking.
I keep walking too.
All right.
God.
So who's carrying him?
He just gets left behind.
No, I'll carry him, but like a suitcase. Like, I'll just grab onto the back of his shirt with his arms dangling.
Oh, poor Tursum. They don't really like you very much.
Do you want me to tie him onto your back or something?
Ah, just suitcase style. Come on.
Tursum back.
And do some exercises while you're nice on your back.
You don't want to be. Never mind.
You train your abilities.
You don't want to have a montage scene with like weird green guy on your back.
No.
Through the swamps, yeah, very
Seagulls.
It's so
Stop it
original.
now.
We
Yeah.
might get copyright strike for that.
What are you talking about?
It's
It is Disney.
Okay, so you're making your way through the swamp, and I want everyone to throw down some perception checks.
Yay.
except for
Cool.
me.
No, including Tursum.
No, he's just staring at the ground, Neal.
Oh, me and Rob.
Like, there's only so long you can hold your neck up like that when
Well,
you're being
staring
carried.
at the ground might be very helpful in this situation.
Yeah,
You're right. He
remember
will
what we...
spot muds. Okay.
My check is 7.
No,
what do
it's
me and
really
Rock
not
see?
helpful. It's super not helpful. However, Kyla and The Rock, you guys are alert. You got your shit together.
Hey, I passed.
You not as well as they did. You didn't get a 25.
26.
You didn't get a 25 is what we were looking for.
Oh.
Oh.
So Kyla and The Rock, as you're walking through this area, you've both noticed that there's a pool off to the side that is slightly bubbling, which isn't that unusual in a swamp. It's actually not even worthy of note. But you've noticed this bubbling pool, and you're sort of kind of keeping an eye on it. When you see this, like, mound of, like, kind of reddish soil begin to draw itself up near the shore of this bubbling pool. That is worthy of note.
I think we both just sigh at the same time.
Yeah. We're both like,
What's up? What are you shying about?
I say, mud monster.
Look, mud.
Mud monster.
Look, a hot sauce golem.
No.
What a terrible
What did you
golem.
say?
I know, right? It wounds you and then it just burns.
Oh, it just like
So much.
slaps you in the face, and that's all you need to do.
I mean, if you have any wounds on your body,
No, Neal, it makes cold shots to get it up your nose.
Oh.
or in your
Put your
eye.
eyes and
Yeah, it's just like it cold shots like palms
Face.
you in the
Yeah.
face. Yeah, like that, going up the nose, in the mouth, and in the eyes.
Oh.
Oh,
Nope.
what a terrible monster.
Keep that right
All
that
right,
down.
time to throw Tursum at it.
All right, so you see these
I was like, home.
mud monsters beginning to climb out of the swamp. And immediately we will make initiative rolls.
Whoa, shit.
Don't worry, Tursum will distract them.
Oh my god.
That is not combat music. This
Well,
is,
I can't do much. I'm like semi-conscious right now.
Did you say roll initiative?
I did
Yes.
say roll initiative. Yeah.
How
Excellent.
far away are they, Neal?
They are 30 feet.
So there isn't really I can do this combat, right?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, you need
You're
a
in
night of
suitcase
rest.
right now, which I'm
Okay.
going to put down. You are currently a suitcase that I am putting down on the
So
ground.
looks
So
like
yeah.
me and Kane probably go first.
And then some muck comes up behind us and scoops us. He followed us all that time.
It would take him hours and hours to catch up. Oh god. Okay.
Just wait when you sleep.
We'll sleep in history.
I was also unconscious last session's battle. Like,
Yup.
I couldn't do
Yes.
anything.
That is a problem if you make a multi-class
out.
character that doesn't really have anything.
That is a problem with your basic design philosophy.
But if he survives this session, he can level up one of his classes, right, Max?
So I think generally the marching order is the Rock is in the front. Hold on, I have
Yeah,
the
I'm at
notes
the-
written down. Followed
It was
by
probably me
Kayla,
Yeah.
followed by Quincy, followed by Big Bad Kane, and Tursum Adoy is currently being held by Quincy.
Yeah.
Quincy, are you right or left-handed?
Yep.
Are you right or left-handed,
Right-handed.
Quincy? Right-handed? So Tursum's on that side of you then.
Oh god.
Fan-diddly-tastic.
Great, I'm in front. Looks like I'm the distraction again.
Well, you're on the right side of him, and the
Yeah.
swampy thingies are on the right of you guys, so... I didn't pick this, it just happens to be this way.
I sure love swamps.
Aren't they great?
I once had a.
So right, throw him as a distraction.
I mean, he's already at the front line, so...
Last-
6.
I was playing a solo campaign where I
Oh
was
yeah, you got it, Tursum. Let's.
it was pretty bad. Swamps just suck every time.
Like, put light into his hands. and he
Kyla, you're
will-
the first one to go, and Big Bad Kane, so go together, guys.
Okay, I take a half. I don't know.
Kyla
movement.
runs away.
No, I'm taking a half movement back, and I'm throwing a dagger.
Kyla runs away. Go ahead and roll me a dagger. It is 60 feet to your target, and
I have a
20...
Okay, my range is 15, 20, 25 because of the throwing thing. Throwing
Okay,
proficiency.
so it's at medium range
Yards.
for you.
So
yeah.
medium.
Minus
Oh, really?
2 to hit. Yeah, because 15
Okay.
yards is 45 feet.
Oh, it's okay. Let's see. I'll roll at a. Okay. Said it's a -2 to hit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
My bonus is...
Rip daggers.
Nice.
That will absolutely hit the creature. In fact, that'll clear by 10. Go ahead and roll me double damage.
Good.
7.
Very nice. Let me just make some modifications here. You do 7 to it.
That clears by 10. I think it's literally impossible for me to miss on anything other than a 1.
Oh, yeah.
Might be.
I mean, natural 1.
It is.
Big Bad Kane, it is your turn.
Can I take one step forward without wasting any attacks?
No.
Oh,
Alright.
direct.
Then I will throw. I mean, yeah, one knife because the second is at the end of the round. At this one, at medium range,
My God.
which is a -2, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a 21.
You clear
Wow.
by 10. Roll me double damage.
It is
Oh,
literally
God.
impossible
No,
for me to miss on anything but a 1.
Yeah.
Gonna make a supersonic dagger out of you.
That's 9 points of damage.
It hits the creature, which then just kind of crumbles back into the pool and disappears.
It just explodes while this knife flies through it.
All right.
Hear some animal scream in the distance.
At 6, the next creature goes. And it can go... it can actually clear the distance to Big Bad Kane. It can clear the distance to any of you.
mean,
Who does it want to come after? Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, if we're using yards... then-
There's a tasty undefended.
So it throws a gloopy, gloppy, splashy, splooshy thing of mud at you, Big Bad Kane.
no,
What
he
is your
throws-
armor class only counting dexterity?
14.
Ooh, you got 18 dex?
Yep.
You are definitely a broken character,
Oh,
but it
right.
doesn't
Jesus
matter.
thrones.
Yes. That was the character where I rolled so good at.
Yes. It hits you with this big splotch of mud that like crashes onto you. Your movement speed is reduced by 1 as the mud like hits you and begins to harden on you and encumber you and slow you down.
All right.
That is this one. The next one goes at 8. I think that's before anyone else in the party. Yep.
Yeah.
And this one will also hurl some mud at Big Bad Kane, which will... A 15 will hit you, which will hit you, and your movement rate is further reduced by 1, and these two creatures are now adjacent to you. In fact, this one comes to here. The next one goes at 10. Someone beat a 10? Tursum,
I don't
Nope.
go.
you don't do anything.
What you mean he can't?
I just hang.
All right. The next one hurls some mud at the rock with a natural 20.
I think I
And
might
your
hit.
movement rate is reduced by 1. And it
Very well.
closes to you. That's perfect, yes. Okay. The next two go at 13. So does anyone beat a 13?
I have a 13.
The rock ties with 13. Wonderful. So, how far are you guys? Wow, I think you're all... No, wrong clicky tooly. 60 feet is still within range. Let's see who they decide to go after. 2 is the rock, and 5 is Big Bad Kane. So, 1 will throw more mud at the rock, which is a miss,
Oh no.
and close the distance to you. And 1 will throw mud at Big Bad Kane, which is a hit. Your movement rate is reduced by 1 further. So Big Bad Kane's movement is down at -3 from max, and the rocks is at -1 from max. And you guys just have these like big, thick, goopy bits of mud that hit you and then immediately begin to harden.
Oh, go down. It will
Double
take a while
crit.
to get that out.
Rock,
No,
you
that is not a
hit.
double crit.
You hit and single crit.
Oh, yeah.
I just get it. Yes. 2, 10 plus 5, 18 damage to the one directly in front of me.
You smash it and destroy it, and it crumbles to
Excellent.
pieces. Anyone else in the
My
party?
turn?
Quincy? Yeah.
Oh, no, it's crazy, yeah.
All right.
You drop Tursum to the ground. You swing. You smash it with your Morningstar mace thingy.
Morningstar.
Morningstar. So that's
It's a hit.
medium-sized creature. 2d4.
All right.
I guess I should
Your-
have had +2, but doesn't matter.
Your mace hits into this thing and just kind of like gloops in the side, and then like retracts, doing literally nothing to this creature. It basically entirely ignores your attack.
Oh, great.
Got him.
All right. End of the round attacks.
Yeah, question. If I had normally a throwing attack at the end of the round, can I make a stab instead with a knife? It's the same speed.
No.
Alright.
It might be the same speed, but it's a different mechanic.
Alright.
I'll attack this one. Do you see my arrow?
I did for a moment. It's gone now. Show me again.
This one.
Perfect. Give me a roll to hit.
Get 2 of these.
They both hit.
Okay.
Almost some damage. Wonderful. Your daggers kind of stick into it and not really do anything. And you see that first one that you guys had hit at the very beginning of the round that tumbled back into the mud just stand back up as if nothing had happened.
Okay.
We'll roll initiative for the next round.
Excellent.
Then I just drop my knife that I have in my hand into the mud.
Oh boy. Initiative getting a little bit better every time.
Oh yeah, that's a 40. I actually rolled d20, but it's doesn't matter.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4. Poor Tursum. The first of these mud creatures goes at 7, which is well before everyone in the party. It's the one right next to the rock, and it hurls itself at you. Like its whole body just thrusts itself at you, and it splatters on and around you. Your movement is reduced by 4 further.
Okay.
So your movement is at -5. That's wonderful. And also, the Mudman vanishes. It's dead. It throws itself at you and splatters you with its body, and it just disappears. It is now on you, around you, encompassing you, penetrating you. The 8 over here does the same thing to Big Bad Cane. It just hurls itself at you, Big Bad Cane.
All right.
For a 15, which will, again, hit you, splatter. The Mudman is gone, but you are reduced by 4 points further on your movement. That makes you at -7. You have 12 base movement speed? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Does anyone beat a 10? No. No one beats a 10.
Oh my god.
Or an 11. Wow. They all get to go before you. Big Bad Cane. Another one will hurl itself at you and hit you and reduce your movement rate by another 4.
Yep.
And die. The one back here will start marching towards you, hurl some mud at you with, I got a 16, reducing your movement speed by another 1.
Wow.
0.
Ooh. You have 12. No, stop.
I'm basically I cannot walk anymore.
You cannot walk. In fact, you cannot move. You are so caked with this mud that hardens instantly that you are just covered head to toe in mud. In fact, you need to start holding your breath as well. And this last Mudman will turn away from Big Bad Cane and try and hurl itself at Quincy, but miss and just like stumble past you, Quincy, to the other side. Now who goes first? Everyone at 12.
All of us.
Except for... Yes,
Can I
everybody.
not move at all? Can I not start moving somewhere?
You can crawl 1 square around.
I'm going to
then
move
I would
over
have
here
crawled
and
this direction towards Kane.
Okay. What are you gonna do, Quincy?
I'm just gonna try to get the mud out of his mouth.
It'll take you a full round to like clear the mud away from his mouth and nose, and to get it
Sure.
so he can breathe again. But you give him
I
breathing
considered
space.
hitting him in the face with a Morning Star to clear it away, but
Strong move there. Rock, you hit.
10
You
damage.
destroy it.
Excellent.
Kyla,
I guess I'm throwing a dagger at the one way up there.
roll the hit.
Am I at medium again?
You're at 50 feet. You are just at medium range.
Okay.
You could get 5 feet closer. Somehow.
I mean, I could, but... well, I stopped there, so that's fine.
12 is a hit.
what the hell?
5 points of damage. The dagger sinks into the mud man.
Who's doing this?
Doing what?
The just arrow thing.
This?
Connor, was that you?
Is that everybody in the party? That's everybody in the party.
Yep.
Let's roll
Big
initiative.
bad Kane.
Don't I get my second turn?
Oh,
Also-
yes, you can go ahead and get your second attack. Big Bad Kane, you cannot move. You are stuck.
Can I try to break just the mud with my pure strength?
It doesn't say so, but I will give you a single open doors check to do it.
What's my open? All right. If there's a 15 with a number in.
The parentheses is for magical held doors.
All right.
So if it's 15, you need a 15 or lower on a d20.
All right.
Dang.
Oh, you do it. You flex your muscles and break the mud that shatters off of you. Rock, you hit this thing, and it does not die, actually. It lives.
Okay, I'll give it
through
an
your
extra.
Kane, the earth and mud starts cracking off of you and starting to fleck off. We can go for next round initiative.
I'm no longer at -12.
You have removed cleared by 1 on your open doors, so we'll say you're at -11.
All right.
Actually, you cleared by 1, so if you had rolled a 15, you would have reduced 1. If you're at -10. Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna continue clearing mud off of him.
Sure.
Kind of losing the morning star to kind of.
Yeah,
The rock doesn't go forever. Tursimadoy,
just softly bashing you with a Morning Star to crack it.
Kyla, it is your turn.
Okay. I'll go help with the big bad cane.
Oh, I see how it. Like, oh, the rock's next to him. He's got it.
Yeah,
got it.
definitely.
All right, each of you can
If
reduce.
it looks like you need help, I'll help you.
Each of you can restore his movement rate by 1 point per round.
So
The rock. You go after the mudman, hurls itself at you with a 15, destroying itself, but reducing your movement by 4 further, bring you to -9.
Can I make another open doors check to kind of get the mud on my feet taken away?
No, you get 1 open doors check.
All right.
Yes.
Can I, now that my arms, can I like use my sickles to kind of break
Well,
off the other?
The mudmen are gone.
Yeah.
We can kind of hand wave you guys demudding yourselves because there's no more threats.
Once I see, because once I saw him moving, I would go help the rock. But yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
I'm
Right.
not sure what their goal was.
Probably they
Pretty
are
much,
probably dangerous to people who are traveling in small groups, but and someone who has not a magical weapon on hand.
True.
Mhm.
True. But if they just like kill
Oh,
themselves.
Can I collect the knives back or daggers back? I guess. I mean, they're just.
I mean,
in
you'll
the
have to
mud,
like.
right?
Some of them are like there's
Okay.
big piles of mud. Give me a perception check.
See, I threw 4, so let's see.
See how many you can find.
Yeah, perception.
Neal, can I recover my swings?
No,
Uh,
one
okay.
swung there, gone for. Oh, you find them all, Kyle. It's okay.
Yay!
Okay.
That'd be pretty weird if fighters had a max number of swings they could do a day.
That sounds like a mechanic you'd do if you just hate your players.
Yeah.
And you're like, I will just be hyper realistic. It's just like the people who, when they're talking about mechanics that were going to be in Star Citizen, were like, I want you to make a go into the bathroom requirement because they want the super ultra realism. It's like, yeah, that's a fun mechanic.
Yeah, I mean, I guess there is max. If you get 3 attacks every 2 rounds, there's X number of rounds in a day.
I mean, technically,
there is some limit.
There is a limit of time, but I mean, like, muscles wearing down swinging a weapon. Just imagine if that was a mechanic.
I mean, I could understand a fatigue system, but I wouldn't limit it by swings in particular. I could get behind a system where, certain things slow you down and you need to recover your strength, but...
Don't get behind it, Neal. Bad, Neal.
You can make like 1,440 in 8 hours or something.
Also, you do not just swing randomly, so...
Anyway.
Also, I'm telling you, all we need is like 1,000 people swinging at the ground for like a year, and we'll be able to kill the Earth.
Excellent.
Just imagine the experience.
Yes.
Imagine
all
everyone
the useless experience because you'll be dead.
But Neal, what would happen if we won? Would we like crack the planet in half? Would we just suddenly find ourselves in space?
Why
would
don't
we
you
go to
try?
a different plane? Like,
I think you're already in space, technically speaking, but
you guys, you're already trying to solve a problem that has been solved. Get on an airship or very high up into the air, summon a wall of iron, and let it fall onto the Earth. That's how you break a continent.
Yeah. We
did the math, remember? A year and many months ago.
Okay.
So let's continue on.
During this FGO.
Well, you continue on through the swamp.
Dropping walls of iron on enemies from like 100 feet.
After a more or less a day of trudging through this swamp, you are reaching the foot of the mountain, but not quite there, when you find a spot that looks pretty decent to camp at. There's a mounded hill that is maybe 30 feet across one way and 15 feet across the other. It's not flat, but it's like high enough above the water and large enough that you can all camp on it together without having to like separate the party or someone be living in water for the night. So you find your resting spot. I think we all go to bed.
Watches, of course.
Oh, okay, yeah, you can take watches. If you
we don't
want
go to bed. We go to eye resting, Neal.
I take third
right,
watch.
just resting your eyes. Right.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so everyone goes to sleep. Who said last watch? Bastian, did you?
No, last watch is...
No, it's normally...
It would have been me, but
without Tursum around, what's last
Quincy.
watch?
Yeah,
I guess,
we'll give it to Quincy.
All right,
I guess
Quincy,
Sure.
it's your watch.
Okay.
It's late. Sun is down. The moon is up. Tursum is snoring gently beside you somewhere. When you see this, what looks to be torchlight towards the mountains. In fact, it looks like 2 torches, a few, like 600 feet or so from you. You can't hear any voices, but you can see them sort of bobbing as people walk.
I slap the rock awake.
Rock, you are slapped
What?
awake.
What? I swing back at him. Kind of.
I just point once he's up.
Just +6 there, Neal.
Excuse me?
Yeah. All right. I probably don't hit him then. I probably like hit his armor, but after I realized he slapped me awake.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Yeah. Swung back and in the waking up. I'm like, what? Don't slap me awake.
Lights.
Enhance.
It doesn't help.
And Hans, you run towards
Like, yeah, they're lights.
Aren't we looking for lights?
Do they look like they might be able to be dunked? Like if I had them in my hands, I could dunk it in a basket.
It's kind of far away. but we can try.
You know what? It's better than anything else we've got to go on.
All right. I tickle Big Bad Kane awake.
I'll wake up Kyla.
Just like he's in a tent, I just go and like tickle his foot.
I just kind of sit up, huh? What?
We might have found what we're looking for.
Oh, okay.
Right.
I'll get up and strap my daggers on.
And
I'll take a couple minutes to put my armor on there. All right. Let's get going.
Big Bad Kane pulls the longbow out. You know, we might be able to lure them towards us. I have this continual light stone.
Oh yeah, we can like flash that a whole bunch.
Sure.
All right. Do any of us know Morse code, Neal?
No, Morse code has not been invented.
Okay.
Samuel Morse has not yet.
I will take out the continual light stone and kind of try to get movement.
I do something that may or may not be construed in some future version of language. F you.
What would that look like?
Yeah, just blink, 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 blink. Yeah.
So I would take the stone out and try to kind of a bit mimic their movements, like this bobbing.
Okay.
And see if there's any reaction to that.
Doesn't seem to be any reaction.
All right.
Meanwhile, I don't think anyone's woken up Tursum. He's just still trying to rest, and then there's all this light in his eyes constantly.
Yeah.
So bright. Yeah.
It's okay. You like the light.
Yeah, actually, I probably should fit it more.
Oh God!
Oh my God! It's so bright.
The light stone. Like,
Am I in the afterlife?
Yeah.
I mean, yes, you are. Welcome to the dark side.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to go towards them.
But seriously, we need some light because I can't see in the darkness. So,
Okay.
Yeah, neither can I.
That's fine. So with the light stone out, can we still see those lights?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Even though like it affects your night vision, you'd still be able to see the lights.
Right.
Okay.
So,
I guess we're going toward them.
Well, we pack up a little bit.
Well, yeah.
Start
strapped
carrying
I'm not
Tursum
gonna
like
get
a
left
suitcase.
behind, right? In the camp.
Strap my daggers on.
No, you're a suitcase skin. Just don't worry about it.
Okay.
You all walk towards the light. Tursum, you are alive. You are awake. You've had a day of rest. You haven't had a chance to memorize spells, but you are at 1 HP and you can fully function.
Oh.
Okay.
I
Then
still try to carry him as a
follow.
suitcase, but if he struggles, I'll let him go.
Well, actually, sure. I'll allow you to carry me as like for now.
He's like, ah.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
No. He's like, ah.
It's what the rock looks like whenever he swings his weapon at a large enemy.
Well, you know what? Why don't we go to our last break? Did we just go to a break? Did we just have a break? When was the
It's
last
time
time we
to
had a
go
break?
to the last break.
Like a
Let's
half
take
hour
our-
ago.
Yeah, let's take our last break here, and when we come back, maybe the rock will be fixed. But someone get a screen cap of that, please, and we can put it up on the subreddit right next to Quincy. Other
or just
guy's
clip it.
face, Sean's face. So you guys
Clip
see.
it. So we have the sound too.